Hello friends, and welcome back to Stan's Cutlery Universe, and today we're going to take a look through this. It's a big old bag of knives, and I'm not sure what's in it, so I got to go through it and start getting ready to organize. Oh, it looks like all Kershaw. Cool, so if you're a Kershaw fanatic, you're probably going to like this bag. There's one, what is this? This is the 3890 SW RJ Martin design. It's pretty cool. This should get Big Jim's old, got oil on some of them. This should get Big Jim all feeling good because he says he's a Kershaw fanatic or Kershawholic. So, yeah. Wow. Got oil on a lot of them. That's good because when these came in, these were a little bit rough, I remember. I oiled them all up. So I got to go through, clean them up, get the oil, a little bit of the oil off them. Get them in the bag. Oh, cool. This is an Emerson design. Cool. Okay, let's move the bag back and keep on rolling. Here we go. That was loud, I apologize. I'm just going to do a quickie through this because my wife's off today and she's going out of town for like a little over a week. And I want to spend time with her. She just had to run up to the store, so I thought I would just get some of these out. Play with them, let you all see them, and I got to get them in the baggies, like I said, to get them put away. Another Emerson design to get them put away. So yeah, I had lost this bag for a little bit. Remember that box I showed the other day where I said box of knives? Well, these are in there too. I just didn't show them because I showed the fixed blades. So if you like Kershaw's, yeah. This might be something fun. We're just going to get them all out, then we'll look at them a little bit more individually. Oh, Lord. Yeah, Big Jim, I'm definitely tagging you in this one because you say you're a Kershawholic. So you should like this because this is all Kershaw's, baby. And you want to know what's sad? I paid like $3 a knife for this when I bought them. These are a big lot that they just put together in a bag, and I seen like 2 or 3 of them were Kershaw's, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy them. So let's check this one out. Oh yeah, see, this is why I have to get back to them. I had washed all these and then put them in oil, but I didn't take the time because we had something going on. RJ Martin design. Get that one over there. Put that one away for a little bit. I'm going to show each knife individually though. Give us a little bit of enjoyment with them. Wipe them down. And if there's any of these that any of you are like super interested in, or like, hey Stan, could you show this one or that one? Let me know. I'll try to do a better job. I'm just doing this really quick because like I said, my wife's up at the store and thought, you know what? This is a perfect time to get a little bit of stuff done. Get some stuff up here, start working on them. Make a video for today. Just did my shorts for today. So, oh man, my thumb, I peeled my thumbnail back. And I'm getting my flipper locks is not being my friend today. But yeah, like I said, I was down there. I was like, oh, I'll take this bag up and work on it this week when she's gone. And I was like, you know what? This might actually make an interesting video. You know, not going to get a real in-depth look at everyone, but, you know, let you guys take a little bit of a look. I really like that design. Big in hand, fits me well. Full liner lock, or I'm sorry, frame lock. Noticing that like almost all these are an RJ Martin design so far. Must have been somebody that collected and really liked that design. And that's a sad thing too. You know, I often wonder, that's a beautiful knife there. I often wonder, you know, what's going to happen to my knife collection when I die? You know, is it just going to end up in some big bag a lot like this? And that's a beautiful knife too. And just some lucky guy that loves knives is going to get it, and it's going to move on to the next collector that's going to have it for a while. You know, is my grandson going to, you know, be of age to where he's like, you know, even if he's a teenager or whatever, but he's like, Mom, but that's Grandpa's, you know, and Grandpa and I always did knives together, you know, is there going to be something like that? Or, you know, And I know it's stupid to think about that because when I'm gone, it doesn't really matter to me anymore because I'm dead. I'm pushing up daisies. But, you know, I don't know if anybody else ever thinks like that, but I know I catch myself every now, especially now that I'm over 50. You know, I realize that even if I'm blessed to live as long as my dad did, my life is more than half over. My dad lived to be 90. He was like literally 2 months away from being 97, yeah. So, sorry, 96. No, 97. I was right the first time. I apologize. You know, and I guess it doesn't matter that much. Either one's a long life. But, you know, just like some of his stuff, you know, some of the family came and wanted certain things and stuff. And now, you know, I'm the executor of the will for my mom, you know, 'cause she got everything. And now I'm figuring out, that's a sleek knife. Feels really good in hand too. What model is that? 3410. That is, gosh, that feels good in hand. Yeah, you know, I was going to say if Big Jim does watch this, because I know Big Jim, you know, loves Kershaw's. I understand why you love Kershaw's, Big Jim. They're not pricing you out of the game. Even though USA made ones, they don't price you out of the game. That's a good looking knife there. Like the blue, you know, offsets of the screws and everything, the anodized blue. They don't price you out of the game, you know, and if you get their Chinese made ones, which are extremely, extremely well crafted, I would even say they're to the point of being, you know, if you go to a traditional maker, Rosecraft, you know, crafted, you know, the Chinese Kershaw's are phenomenal, you know. I can understand why so many people love them. You know, you can get an awesome knife that'll do everything you want it to do, and in so many styles that, you know, it's hard to talk bad about Kershaw, especially now, man. I know there was a time where they were really struggling to find who they were in the knife industry. I think this is an Oh-So Sweet, I think. The 1830, I think that's the Oh-So Sweet, but I can't remember if the Oh-So Sweet is that size or a little smaller. You know, they was really struggling to find themselves, and finally they're finding themselves. They're finding where they fit in real well, like the automatics they're making, and, you know, beautiful knives like these. I know this is an older knife, you know, design, but see if I can get that in camera. You know, but still, it's just, you know, like I said, it feels like they found themselves finally, because this is not an assist, but man, it's just such a smooth action. And, you know, they've come so far. And then, you know, like collaborations with like Emerson and stuff. Sorry. Where you got the Emerson Wave feature there, this disc, you know. Now, if I was to go buy this USA made Emerson for real, same type of design, I'd be probably in the $400 range if I'm recalling right. But you can pick up a Kershaw, beautifully made, great quality, you know. Yeah, it's China made. But you know what? You're still getting to experience it. You're getting, man, this had a lot of oil in it. Holy cow. I'm glad I pulled these out. But, you know, you're still getting to experience them, and you're getting to feel basically what an Emerson knife feels like in hand. You know, and shoot, this model might even be more. Emerson gets pricey sometimes because they're so sought after by the collector community, you know. And, just beautiful knives like I'm trying to find that one I really liked. Yeah, right here. This is, talk about a gentleman's carry. You know, you can even all 4-way clip the side, or 2-way at least, right tip up or right tip down. That is just, that's just beauty, form, and function right there. You know, I mean, how do you say, you know, Kershaw sucks? I know there was a time where they struggled. I do know that. But I just kept hoping they'd find their way, and I think they have. And I mean, these are some older knives that are still where they're struggling at different things. My wife's home, so I got to probably get to going, but, you know, they're struggling at things, but they found their way. I appreciate you all so much. Thanks for watching. Remember, treat each other kindly, live long, prosper, and collect your own way.